American Volleyball Challenge here in Farmers Branch, Texas at the Rise Energy Drink Stars Center. This is your Texas Image 18 Black versus 1United 18 Elite Blue. We've played them before with 1United serving in the set number 1. Ramos has that serve receive. Garcia to Mayfield. Mayfield attacks. Ball on the court. We're going to call that a replay. No fault, no foul. Texas Image has seen 1United at the Holiday Kickoff Classic. They beat this particular team 25-12, 25-18 in their first meeting. We'll see if Texas Image can pull off a win here. This is best 2 out of 3 sets, with that third set being first to 15 if absolutely necessary as a tiebreaker. Service error on the replay from 1United is a point for Texas Image, 1-0. Checking in for Texas Image, number 3, Jessa Hoda in for number 20. Alale Mayfield now serving for Texas Image, number 3, Jessa Hoda. I apologize since I didn't call off the opening lineup for this game because I had to scramble to get the game going. Ramos on that big attack from Emato. Ball is out. No touches being called. That's a point for 1United, 1-all. You saw the individual on the front row from 1United. She called it out while the ball was in flight, so she knew it was going to go out, and she was calling to her teammates, hey, don't touch it. It's sailing out. That's good communication from 1United. Ramos has the serve receive. Garcia to Sheffield with an attack. They shake it out. That is a point for Texas Image, 2-1. Checking in for Texas Image, number 7, Lanya Bradley in for number 6, Gianna Ramos. Now serving for Texas Image, number 5, Christina Emato. On the attack, blocked. Point. Texas Image calling 4 touches on 1United, making that 3-1. That is an ace for Christina Emato, 4-1, Texas Image. On the attack, Emato digs it up. Free ball from, I couldn't see who that was. That could have been Sheffield or could have been Hoda. Hoda digs that one up. Garcia to Baptiste. Baptiste attacks. That is a good attacking kill. Point. Texas Image, 5-1 off of a kill from number 8, Wynter Baptiste. Free ball from the libero. Emato has it. Garcia to Sheffield with an attack. That was a good attack and kill. Light attack, but still very good for number 15, Jaden Sheffield, 6-1. On the attack, Emato digs it up but shanks it out. Point. 1United, 6-2. Texas Image checking in for Texas Image, number 6, Gianna Ramos in for number 5, Christina Emato. Sheffield on that serve receive. Baptiste attacks. It does not break the tape. That is a point for 1United, making that 6-3. Texas Image. Hoda on the serve receive. Garcia to, who was that? That was Bradley with an attack. We're calling a point for 1United, calling a net violation on Texas Image. 6-4, Texas Image. Texas Image still leading by 2 points, but frittering away that lead. Hoda on the serve receive. Sheffield attacks. They shank it. Free ball. Hoda digs it up. Baptiste on the attack. That is a good attack and kill for number 8, Wynter Baptiste. 7-4, Texas Image. Checking in for Texas Image, number 9, Jordan Hill. In for number 13, Savannah Garcia. Now serving for Texas Image, number 8, Wynter Baptiste. Tip. Ramos to Baptiste to Sheffield on the attack. The attack is out. No touches being called. Point 1United. 7-5, Texas Image. Ball sent out on that serve. No touches being called. Point Texas Image. 8-5 off of a service error from 1United. Checking back in for Texas Image, number 20, Alale Mayfield. In for number 3, Jessa Hoda. Now serving for Texas Image, number 15, Jaden Sheffield. Baptiste with hands, rolling off her fingers. Hill slow to respond. Point 1United, 8-6, Texas Image. Ramos, Bradley, Mayfield attacks. Sheffield, Ramos saves it on the 2-touch. Free ball missed by number 20, Mayfield. Point 1United, 8-7, Texas Image. Ramos on the serve receive. Baptiste to Hill with an attack. The attack is long and out. No touches being called. Point 1United, 8-all. Ramos on the serve receive. Baptiste bumps to nobody. It's bumped to the net too close, and 1United is able to jump up and tap it down. That's a point for 1United, 9-8. 1United taking the lead for the first time in this set number 1. Mayfield on the serve receive. Mayfield attacks. That was a net violation on 1United. Point Texas Image, 9-all. Checking in for Texas Image, number 5, Christina Emato. Now serving for Texas Image, number 6, Gianna Ramos. On the attack off the block, Hill recovers it. Baptiste to Hill. Mayfield. I said Hill last time. That was Mayfield on both those times. I apologize. Hill did block it. Ball sent out on that attack. No touches being called. It's a point for Texas Image. 10-9. Texas Image first to 10. Ramos on that dig. Baptiste to Mayfield with the punt. Down in the donut. Texas Image is not able to recover it, making that 10-all. Sheffield on the serve receive. Baptiste gets to it to try to save it, but is a little bit slow on the uptake. Gets a hand on the ball, but can't get it playable. That's a point for 1United, 11-10. On the serve, Sheffield on the serve receive. Ramos assisting. Emato to recovery from Mayfield. Over the block, Baptiste has it. Ramos on the assist. Mayfield attacks. That is a good point for Texas Image, making that 11 all. Checking in for Texas Image, number 13, Savannah Garcia. In for number 9, Jordan Hill. Now serving for Texas Image, number 13, Savannah Garcia. Baptiste has it up on the dig. Mayfield attacking. Good cross attack kill. Point, Texas Image, 12-11. They shank it. Roll shot off the block in the donut. They let it drop. Point, 1United, making that 12 all. Baptiste on the dig. Garcia back to Baptiste with an attack. Sheffield has it up. Garcia to Mayfield. Mayfield attacks. That is a touch on the way out. That is a point for Texas Image. 13-12. Checking in for Texas Image. Number 3, Jessa Hoda. In for number 20, Alole Mayfield. Now serving for Texas Image. Number 3, Jessa Hoda. Tip over the net, over the block. Ramos missing on the dig. Point, 1United, 13 all. Ramos on the serve receive. Garcia bumps to Sheffield. Sheffield attacks, gets through the block. Hoda has it. Baptiste on the attack. That is a good attack and kill for number 8, Wynter. Baptiste, 14-13. Texas Image checking in, number 7, Lana Bradley. In for number 6, Jana Ramos. Now serving for Texas Image, number 5, Christina Imito. Split between number 3, Hoda, and number 5, Imito. Ball dropping, no one making a play for it. Point, 1United, 14 all. Checking back in for Texas Image, number 6, Gianna Ramos. In for number 5, Christina Imito. Sheffield has the serve receive. Bradley attacks. Attack is long and out. No touches being called. Point, 1United, 15-14. 1United first to 15. Sheffield on the serve receive. Garcia bumps back to Sheffield. Sheffield attacks. Dug up. Here's a shot in the net. Point. Texas Image, 15 all. Checking in for Texas Image, number 9, Jordan Hill. In for number 13, Savannah Garcia. Now serving for Texas Image, number 8, Wynter Baptiste. Ramos on the dig. Miss on the tip from Bradley. Point, 1United, 16-15. On that attack is long and out. No touches being called. Point, 1United, 17-15. 1United leading by 2. Ramos on the serve receive. Hill attacks. They shank it. Point, Texas Image, 17-16. 1United. Checking back in for 1United, or for Texas Image, excuse me. Number 20. Holiday Mayfield in for number 3, Jessica Hoda. Now serving for Texas Image, number 15, Jaden Sheffield. Ball sent out on that attack. No touches being called. Point, Texas Image, 17 all. Point, Texas Image calling 2 touches on 1United, 18-17. Point, Texas Image off of an ace, 19-17. Ramos on the service, or on that dig. Mayfield attacks. Roll shot light. Baptiste has it up. Ramos on the assist. Hill attacks. Off the block. Baptiste digs it up. Ramos on the assist. Mayfield, light attack. Sheffield, Ramos. On the attack. That attack is long, but we are calling a touch on Texas Image. Point. 1United, 19-18. Texas Image. Ramos on that serve receive. Hill attacks. Roll shot. Ramos digs it up. Baptiste back to Hill. Mayfield, excuse me. Mayfield attacks. It is blocked and down on Texas Image's side. Point, 1United, 19 all. Ramos on that serve receive. Baptiste pushes to Mayfield with a roll shot. Where are we at? We are at 20-19. 1United. Sorry about that. That ball hit the camera. Can't really do much about that, in fact. Here's a roll shot from Memento. They touch it on the way out. That is a point for Texas Image. Score is now reading 21-20 in favor of Texas Image. I don't know if the scoreboard is working, but it's not updating. Garcia on that serve. They shank it. Cannot save it. Point. Texas Image 22-20. Timeout. 1United. All right, sports fans, we are getting back into it. Set number 1, game number 1, Texas Image versus 1United. 1United having used 1 timeout in this set number 1 with Texas Image, number 13, Savannah Garcia, serving at 22-20, Texas Image. Tip, blocked by Mayfield, assist from Sheffield. Baptiste attacks, it's blocked and doesn't go anywhere. That's a point for 1United. 22-21. Texas Image. Sheffield on the serve receive. Garcia and Mayfield. Mayfield attacks. That was a good powerhouse attack. Point. Texas Image, 23-21. Checking in for Texas Image. Number 3, Jessa Hoda. In for number 2, Alale Mayfield. Now serving for Texas Image. Number 3, Jessa Hoda. Sheffield has a dig. Garcia back to Sheffield. Sheffield attacks, could see the block, and that is a good point for Texas Image. 24-21, set point, Texas Image. Timeout, 1United. 1United will burn that last timeout for this set. Number 1. All right, Texas Image fans, getting back into it. Set number 1, game number 1, Texas Image versus 1United. This is set point, Texas Image, 24-21. 1United has exhausted all timeouts. Point, Texas Image, 25-21 over 1United in set number 1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with set number 2. Starting off serving in this set number 2, number 13, Savannah Garcia. I think I'm a little too high. Here's the attack, gets through the block. Ramos has it up, but there's no one that can assist her. That's a point for 1United, making that 1-0. Sheffield on that serve receive, overpass at the net. We are calling a line fault on 1United, making that 1-all. You don't see a line fault that often at this level. Checking in for Texas Image, number 3, Jessa Hoda. In for number 20, Alale Mayfield. And serving for Texas Image, number 3, Jessa Hoda. Service error from Texas Image is a point for 1United, 2-1. Hoda on the serve receive. Garcia bumps to Sheffield. Sheffield attacks. Dug up. Here's the attack down the line off the hands of number 13. Garcia, point, 1United, 3-1. Hoda on the serve receive. Garcia pushes to Sheffield with an attack. That is a good attack and kill for number 15, Jaden Sheffield, 3-2, 1United. Checking in for Texas Image, number 7, Lana Bradley, and for number 6, Jana Ramos. Now serving for Texas Image, number 5, Christina Emato. Service error from Texas Image is another point for 1United, 4-2. Number 6, Jana Ramos, in for number 5, Christina Emato. There's the serve. Hoda has the serve receive. Baptiste attacks. They shake it out. That is a point for Texas Image. 4-3. 1United off of attack and kill for number 8, Wynter Baptiste. Checking in for Texas Image. Number 9, Jordan Hill. In for number 13, Savannah Garcia. Now serving for Texas Image. Number 8, Wynter Baptiste. Roll shot. Hoda has it. Baptiste pushes to Sheffield with an attack. Baptiste digs it up. Ramos on the assist. Hill attacks, gets through the block. Hill, Baptiste, Sheffield with a tip that doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't even land on the correct side of the net. That's a point for 1United. 5-3, 1United first to 5, leading by 2. Hoda on the serve receive. Baptiste to Hill with an attack. Lib shakes it. They save it. Roll shot back. Hoda has it. Baptiste to Sheffield. Sheffield attacks. They shake it. One hand back. Free ball. Baptiste. Ramos. Sheffield on the attack high. Ramos. Baptiste pushes to Hill. Hill attacks. Libero digs it up. Back row attack. Ramos has it. Baptiste. Sheffield with the attack. It's high. Off the hands of Hill, deflecting the ball away from Ramos. Ball is out. Point. 1United, 6-3. You got fast rallies like that. Game gets exciting. Got to remember to play your positions and don't make dumb mistakes. As that is a service error from 1United, making that a point for Texas Image, 6-4. 1United checking in for Texas Image. Number 20, Alale Mayfield. In for number 3, Desta Hoda. Now serving for Texas Image. Number 15, Jaden Sheffield. That is an ace. Point. Texas Image, 6-5. 1United. Defense from Bradley. Defense from Mayfield. Point, Texas Image, 6-all. Back row attack, Ramos digs it up. Baptiste pushes to Mayfield. Mayfield attacks, killing the libero. Point, Texas Image, 7-6. Texas Image taking the lead by 1. Libero digs it up. Here's the attack. It's high. Ramos has hands for it. Baptiste back sets to Hill. Hill attacks. That is an absolute kill shot. Point, Texas Image, 8-6. Timeout, 1United. All right, sports fans, getting back into it. Day number 1, game number 1, set number 2. Texas Image, 18 black versus 1United, 18 elite blue. Texas Image leading 1-0 against 1United and serving 8-6 with number 15, Jaden Sheffield. Serving Hill, getting her hands on it, but looks like we have a lift on Texas Image. That's a point for 1United, making that 8-7 Texas Image. Ramos on that serve receive. Baptiste pushes to Mayfield. Mayfield with an absolute kill shot. Point, Texas Image, 9-7. Checking in for Image, number 5, Christina Emato. In for number 7, Lana Bradley. With number 6, Gianna Ramos, serving for Texas Image. Ramos digs it up. Hill attacks, gets through the block. Baptiste overpass at the net. They save it, but can't get it playable. It's in the net. Ramos tries to one-hand it over. Cannot save it. Point. 1United, making that 9-8 Texas Image. Sheffield on the serve receive. Baptiste, Emato was going to try to free ball it over, but it's in the net, super low. Point 1United, 9-all. Mayfield gets hands for it, but shanks it out. Cannot be recovered. Point 1United, 10-9. 1United first to 10. Mayfield on the serve receive. Baptiste to Emato with an attack. Attack is in the net. Point 1United, 11-9. Sheffield on the serve receive. Ramos on the assist. Mayfield attacks in the net. Point 1United, 12-9. Checking in for Texas Image. Number 1, Cat Mathis in for number 5, Jaden Sheffield. Mathis on the serve receive. We're calling screening on Texas Image. Point 1United, 13-9, timeout Texas Image. I disagree with that call. That wasn't screening. Baptiste was trying to tip the ball over. 1United went to go block it. But that's not exactly screening. It's not even close to an illegal attack either. So I disagree highly with that call. Back in it, this is set number 2, game number 1, Texas Image versus 1United. Texas Image has used 1 timeout in this set number 2. This is 1United serving at 13-9. Short serve in the net, point Texas Image, 13-10, 1United. Checking in for Texas Image, number 13, Savannah Garcia, in for number 9. Missed Jordan Hill with number 13, Savannah Garcia, serving for Texas Image. Tip is out, no touches being called. Point Texas Image, 13-11, 1United. On the attack, blocked by Emato. They push it back, gets around Emato. Baptiste tries to save it, but just cannot save it. Point 1United, 14-11, excuse me. We're gonna back that down and reversing the call. It's now 13-12. That's a point for Texas Image. I don't exactly know what the call was because I was in the process of adjusting the scoreboard when the ref reversed herself. So, and it doesn't look like the camera caught the ref either. So, whatever you want to imagine happened, unless you actually saw it happen, that's a point for Texas Image with Savannah Garcia. Serving, ball sent out, and no touches being called as Mathis scrambles to save it and wisely doesn't make a play for it. 13-all, Texas Image. Tip. Garcia has it up. Ramos on the assist. Mayfield with the tip. It's touched and drops. Point Texas Image, 14-13. Texas Image taking the lead by 1. Defense from number 5, Christina Amato. Point, Texas Image, 15-13. And calling a lift on 1United to boot. Texas Image first to 15. In the tape. Oh, we're going to call it good because apparently there was a disagreement. So, even though that was in the tape and clearly against us, we're going to call that good and do it again. No fault, no foul. What the hell was that? Ball was set out. Point. Texas Image, 16-13. Free ball, short. Ramos has it. Amato tips. Mathis with a one-handed power dig. Miss on the attack. Point, Texas Image, 17-13, calling 4 touches. That's why you do not celebrate until she blows the whistle, and luckily Mathis was paying attention. Tip, defense for Mayfield. Mayfield tips it back. That is a good point for Texas Image. 18-13. Timeout, 1United. You could have knocked, I would have let you in.
I should do the one where you face down, right out, and kick it through. I'm actually going to
All right, sports fans, getting back into it. Game number 1, set number 2, Texas Image versus 1United. Texas Image serving 18-13. Both teams have used one timeout in this set number 2. Garcia has it up. Ramos on the assist. Mayfield tips. Back row attack. Garcia, Ramos. Baptiste tips. Point, Texas Image. Nope, you were calling a point for 1United. What's the call? What's the call? Calling a net violation on Texas Image, apparently. I didn't even see it move. Point, 1United, 18-14, Texas Image. Mathis on the serve receive. Garcia to Baptiste with an attack. That is a good attack and kill down that back line. Point, Texas Image, 19-14. Checking back in for Texas Image. Number 3, Jessa Hoda in for number 20, Alale Mayfield. And number 15, Jaden Sheffield in for number 1, Kat Mathis. On the attack, off the hands of Sheffield, Ramos digs it up. Baptiste attacks through the block. Ramos, Amato, free ball from Garcia. Good job, girls. Ball sent out, no. Who are calling a touch on what? Calling a touch on Texas Image, I don't know where. Point, 1United, 19-15, Texas Image. Hoda on the serve receive. Garcia to Baptiste with an attack through the block. Garcia, Ramos, Baptiste. And that is a good kill for number 8, Wynter Baptiste. 20-15, Texas Image. Checking in for Texas Image, number 7, Alana Bradley in for number 6, Gianna Ramos. Now serving for Texas Image, number 5, Christina Amato. Service error, ball is long and out. No touch is being called. 20-16 Texas Image with number 6, Gianna Ramos in for number 5, Christina Amato. Sheffield has the serve receive. Baptiste attacks, gets single block. That is a good point for Texas Image. 21-16. Checking in for Texas Image, number 9, Jordan Hill, in for number 13, Savannah Garcia. Now serving for Texas Image, number 8, Wynter Baptiste. Tip. Ramos has it. Baptiste pushes to Sheffield. Sheffield attacks, tools the block. Point, Texas Image, 22-16. Tooling the block of 1United. If you're going to hit in the block, you need to hit with enough force to make them deflect it and deflect it out. Great job. Baptiste serving for Texas Image. Roll shot. Baptiste has it. Ramos to Hill with a very high attack and out. Like she knew she oofed up when she hit that ball, and she came down and immediately covered her mouth like, oh my God. Point, Texas Image, or excuse me, 1United, 22-17, Texas Image.
Get it back, get in, close.
Ball sent out on that serve. No one touching the ball. The entire parent bench over here calling the ball out. 23-17. With number 15, Jaden Sheffield, serving for Texas Image. Tip. Baptiste. Ramos. Mayfield with an attack. On the attack, Sheffield has the dig up. Baptiste. Mayfield pushes over the net. Ooh. Thought that was 2 touches for a second. They tried to light send it over the net, but that is a point for Texas Image, making that 24-17. Match point, Texas Image. On the attack, that attack is high and out. No touches being called. Point, Texas Image, 25-17. Texas Image over 1United, 2 sets to none. Thank you very much for joining.